Welcome to your Vibe Tribe. I'm your host, Eliana. Tune in every Friday to listen to conversations about mental health, relationships, dating, pop culture, and listen in on powerful interviews with powerful women from all walks of life. Hey guys, it's Eliana. Welcome back to another episode of your Vibe Tribe. I am so grateful to be here. In full transparency, I did not think this episode was going to happen. It has been just like a crazy past 2 weeks. And I was like driving. I had to run an errand today by myself. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go do this. And then I'm just like sitting in the car and I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I have to do this. But I was like, I need to sit down and record a little catch-up episode because even though there's not an interview this week, I want to just update you guys on my life and chat with you, and hopefully in some of my struggles you will find something to relate to. But I want to kind of just unpack the last 2 weeks. It's been really interesting to say the least. I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning that I started doing a program called Feminine Rising with an old friend from college, Amanda, who I interviewed. She's amazing. And oh my gosh, guys, this whole process has been so uncomfortable for me. So first of all, the program that I'm doing, I'm learning about, things that are just things that I don't normally look into. Spirituality is one of those things, like meditation, like sitting with yourself. It's just weird. It's things, none of those things I do. Like I am a person that's just very go, go, go. I'm always thinking about what's next and what's the next move. And this program really is a lot of introspection, is that the word? And a lot of like looking within, a lot of pausing and becoming more aware of your surroundings, a lot of inner work, and just a lot of things that make me like truly uncomfortable. But again, I'm wanting to embrace this whole process, this whole journey, because, in those moments that we're really uncomfortable, that's where you really, really grow. So I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to work through it as best as I can. It's just been tough for a couple of reasons. So first of all, the program, I am having to like get on these weekly calls with my coach, Amanda, and then 2 other women that are part of the program. And we have to be like really vulnerable. Like Amanda will ask us a lot of like introspective questions, a lot of questions that, we may have to talk about like our childhood or our upbringing or like, why we even joined the program or things that come up when we do certain assignments. And it's really hard for me to be vulnerable in front of other people. And I know that's so weird because you're like, Eliana, you do YouTube videos where you talk about like your binge eating or like you're talking to us right now. But like, me podcasting is almost like I'm talking to myself out loud in a way. Like it's more of like me venting and me like getting things out that are in my head. It's so different than having to like sit there in front of someone else that I don't know and be vulnerable face to face. Like it's just so different. It's the weirdest thing. And like I honestly can't really wrap my head around it or why. But yeah, so that's been such a huge challenge for me of like having to be vulnerable in front of other people. That's been really hard. But hopefully as we like progress and I do more classes, hopefully it'll get a little bit better and I'll feel more comfortable. But I wanted to talk about some of like the challenges that she's had us do. So Amanda, we have like a group chat, and in the group chat, she'll like send us like different assignments that we have to do. And it's been really weird. So like one of the first assignments, I had to kind of like give an offering to the universe in a way, just to kind of keep it simple for you guys. Let's just go with that, right? I had to give like an offering, which you're like, what does that even mean? But in the end, it was, I mean, just to kind of give you the overall explanation, it's like you have to basically give an offering to like the ocean or the universe, the earth, like Mother Earth, and just show gratitude. And if you try to get past like the whole weird thing of like, oh my God, giving an offering to the world or to the ocean, right? If you get past that, it was actually a really reflective moment because I don't know, it's been so hard with work and I feel like I'm like not doing as well as I want to be doing. And a lot of it, it's me too. It's not just like other circumstance. Some of it is me. But it was like a moment of just being grateful and just being thankful for the things that I do have and for all of the things that I've received from the earth, from the universe, everything. And I had to literally sit there and like almost like not meditate, but just kind of be quiet in my thoughts and have a lot of intention with the offering. So like that was nice, even though it was really weird. It was really nice to like just stop and be thankful for whatever I have so far, because I do have so many things to be grateful for, and it's crazy, but your mind somehow finds the negatives in the situations that happen sometimes. But so that was an assignment we did, and then oh my gosh, another assignment was that I had to just like dance for 5 minutes, like record myself dancing and like send it in the group chat. I was like so embarrassed, and it's so weird because I actually like when I first started TikTok, I was doing like dances. Like I was learning dances and like recording them and posting them, and like I didn't care back then, and I don't know why, for some reason I just got like super self-conscious about the way that I dance, and I haven't danced in a long time. Like that's so crazy to say, but like after I did the assignment, I was like so happy and I like had energy, and I was like, wait, I was like, what the hell? And I realized, like, I was like, wow, I haven't danced in forever. Like it was so weird. I used to go dancing all the time. Obviously I would go out more. And the fact that I hadn't danced in so long, it was like kind of sad to me, but it felt so liberating to just dance and record myself and then like send it to them. And I know it's like such a little thing, but guys, if you haven't tried it, like I was in such a bad mood that day, and just dancing, like I put on a random song and I just started dancing and I felt so much better. It was like such a liberating moment. It was actually pretty cool. I highly recommend it. If you're having a shitty week, like turn on some music and like just dance and look at yourself in the mirror having fun, and like I feel like it will make you feel so much better. But what's another challenge? Oh, okay. Another challenge that she had me do, or all of us do, is we had to go to a new place that we had never been to before. And it was like this whole thing, right? I'm not going to explain all of that to you guys because it's a lot to unpack, but basically I had to go to a new place by myself that I had never been to before and just kind of like take in my surroundings, be like aware of the situations, and then just kind of sit with myself. And then she had us like write down things that came up during that journey. And it was really funny because I was like, okay, I'm going to check out this beach it's called Mission Beach here in San Diego. I was like, I'm going to check it out. I haven't been there yet, and I've been wanting to go. And I kept telling Manny like, hey, let's go, let's do this. And then I was like, I'm going to go. And it was so weird leaving my house. Like it was hard to leave my house without my boyfriend. And that just kind of shocked me. Like I kind of was taken aback by that because I was like, wait, like, am I that far in right now? Like, how deep am I in this relationship that I can't get out of this house? without him. Like, it was so weird. Like, I was like, okay, baby, like, I'm gonna go now. And I like didn't want to go by myself. And then I was like having all of this anxiety of like driving by myself and then like not knowing where I was going and then getting there and not finding parking. And literally, it was great. Like, I got there, I found parking immediately. And what was really nice is like, I didn't have to ask my boyfriend, like, oh, like, where do you want to sit? Because usually Manny like likes to like walk around, check out the places, and then pick a spot. Whereas like I'm just like, hey, I like that spot, let's go. So it was kind of nice for once in a while to just like get there. There was a coffee shop. I like walked up to the coffee shop and got my coffee, and then went to the beach and like sat down in a spot by myself. It was like awesome. And then I like took out my tripod and I took some pictures, like no shame. And I just sat there by myself, and it was really cool. And I really realized, I'm like, wow, Eliana, like, you've been in this relationship for so long now that you've kind of like lost a little bit of that independence, even though I always like, oh my God, I feel like I'm always telling my other friends, like, you have to be independent. You can't do everything together. And like shit, I need to take my own advice, because I didn't realize that I kind of lost a little bit of that independence, of like just getting up and going. Like, I remember like before, when I was like single, living by myself, I would be like, wake up and I'm like, I want to go to Starbucks. And I would wake up and go to Starbucks. I'm like, I want to go on a walk. And I would just go on a walk. And obviously in a relationship, I'm not just going to leave the house without letting him know. That to me, that's weird. But, it was nice to just like pick up and be like, hey, I want to do this. I'm going to go do this by myself. And it's okay if you don't do everything together. And I think it's actually really important to do more things on your own, because it was crazy. Like, it's insane to me. And it kind of was like a reflective moment of realizing like how much I actually do with my boyfriend, and how little I actually do by myself. Obviously, I have this podcast, my baby, and I have like YouTube and social media, like Instagram and my posts and stuff like that. So like, obviously those are all things that I do by myself, but like just like the day-to-day like motions of life, I think I really needed to pause and just remember, like, Eliana, like, you can do things by yourself. Like, you're okay. Like, you got you. So that was pretty interesting, guys, to be honest. But other than that, honestly, guys, the program has been really good. I think like last week I had kind of like a breakthrough with Amanda, because to be honest, I'm such a skeptical person. Like, I don't ever believe anything anyone says like the first time around. So all of this like spirituality stuff is just really different for me. It's like out of my comfort zone. And for a lot of it, like it's weird, because I'll sit in the class and I'll have like thoughts where I'm like, yeah, like I feel moved by that. And then there's other parts where I'm like, what is happening? Like, I don't know if I buy into any of this. But last week, the other two girls in the program were sick. So it was just me and Amanda, and damn, dude, we like dived in on so much that I like don't think I can even like unpack all of it. But basically, we talked about so much. But it was weird, because there was a part where she asked me, she said, what would like the inner like do, or she said at the end of the conversation, she said, what would the inner child in you want? And I honestly couldn't think of anything. And it made me realize that I'm like, wow, I feel like I grew up so quickly that I don't know if like the little girl in me was ever like happy, or like I ever like gave the little girl inside of me what she wanted, because I feel like I grew up so quickly and I was always just like, I want to be an adult. I want to be an adult. I want to have this. And like, I never really like cherished those like little kid moments. So I want to actually do some research on how you can like work that. Like, how can you like focus on the inner child in you and like do things that stimulate that inner child. So I'm going to do some research. If you guys know and like you've already like dived into this whole arena, like please DM me because I would love to know how I can like how I can make the little girl inside of me happy so that the adult me can flourish and grow. But I'm sure we're going to learn that in the program. But if you know about it, just message me. But anyways, other than the class, guys, things have just been, I don't know why, I've been having so many feelings of just being overwhelmed and like overstimulated. Like this podcast, like sitting down with you guys and just chatting is such, it's like therapy to me. I feel like I'm unpacking so much of everything, but so like even like, I don't know. And I don't know if I've been doing it to myself where I've just been like overstimulating myself. So like it's like I haven't just sat there with my thoughts. Like I've been like watching too many shows, and then I've been like listening to too much music. And then when I'm not listening to too much music, I'm like, I don't know, like reading a book. And it's like, I literally was in the shower yesterday and I was going to put music on and I like didn't know what to put on. Like I was just like, I don't think I want to listen to anything. Like I was like, I don't know if you guys don't speak Spanish, there's a word that's called aturdida, which is just like there's too much noise. And that's how I felt. Like I was like, there's just too much noise in my head right now. Like I just need silence. It was a really weird moment. But those are all things that I've been feeling, just being like overstimulated, a little overwhelmed. And then like in terms of my job, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. And things are happening where they're out of my control right now. And then I'm also kind of like not having a lot of motivation at my job. It's just so crazy to me. And I think it's because I'm almost like putting so much pressure on myself that like it almost like inhibits me performing. It's so weird. But I've been in that headspace before. And I know how to get out of it. I just have to kind of like stop and change my mindset. But I don't know, like it's hard, guys. It's been really hard to switch my mindset. But I know it's going to happen. Sometimes I think like we put so much pressure on ourselves to be like, go, go, go. You always have to be on. You always have to be killing it. You always have to be grinding. And it's like sometimes when you go through these like little grooves, you almost, I don't know, this is just my 2 cents on it. I feel like when you go through those grooves, like it's okay to feel it sometimes. Like, like yesterday I was like, I think I just need to hang out. Like I need to just stop. I need to just not do nothing, but I just need to do other things that are just like around the house. Like I'm going to clean the kitchen and I'm going to like do all my laundry. Like I'm going to do stuff like that. That's just like tasks, but it's not like oh, I got to come up with an idea for my YouTube and do this. Like I almost kind of like, I'm like kind of in a funk right now. And I'm going to feel it. I'm going to feel the funk, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to like just stop for a second and just try to stand still. And that's okay. Like, I think sometimes I'm almost like, I think we put so much pressure on ourselves that it's like, no, you can't be in a funk. Tomorrow, wake up. It's a new day. Like, sometimes like it's okay to feel that you're not doing the best that you can, but like recognize it, feel it, and then eventually move on. So I know I will move on. I know I'm going to be better like in the next couple of days. But I think it's okay also that if you're feeling like you're a little down or you're maybe not super motivated, like it's okay, I think, to be easy or to go easy on yourself sometimes and not feel like every single day has to be an 100% day. So I think that can be a little toxic too when we're always like holding ourselves to the highest level. Like, guys, we got to be realistic. Like some days are not going to be our best days. That just is the reality. But I do know tomorrow will be a new day and that, hopefully I'll wake up with a good mindset and, I can do things that'll help me do that. And so like today I was like, okay, I'm going to this is like a mental thing. I was like, I'm going to set 2 little goals or tasks that I can do that after completing those tasks, it'll make me feel like I'm like, okay, Eliana, great job. Like you did that and give me that little boost of like serotonin that I need to kind of like get me out of this funk. So like I finished work and I was like, I'm gonna work to the end, like work a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna like clean the house. I'm gonna clean, there was like dishes in the sink, and I was like, I'm gonna clean actually the whole kitchen. So I cleaned the whole kitchen, and then after I was like, I'm like notorious for washing clothes and just like leaving them like washed and dried forever. And I was like, okay, Eliana, you're going to wash a load of laundry and you're going to dry it and put it away. And I did that and it felt good. And I was like, okay, Eliana, you accomplished something, you know, you can check it off the list. So I highly recommend doing that. Also, like bullet journaling is actually really amazing. Like, I feel like a couple of girls I've shared the app with them, but I think it's called the Bullet app. But it's a super easy way to literally add tasks to your day. And I'm telling you, it feels so good to like click it off, like done, task completed. And it doesn't have to be huge tasks. Like I literally put like drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. I'll do like go to the gym, you know, if I have to go to the gym that day. I don't know, it could be anything. And then or I'll put like work an extra 20 minutes. And those are things that you can just like click and it just like gives you that boost of accomplishment and like serotonin that's like, okay, Eliana, like you're doing it, like you're doing a good job. This is amazing. Like you're doing stuff, even if it's not like as much as you want to do. But I found that really helpful. So hopefully you guys will too. But other than that, I do need to be so grateful, guys. Like I have so much coming up. Like I'm going with my cousin Diana, from which you guys met her from the last interview. So I'm going with her and our other cousin, or my other cousin Diana and Ariana are sisters. We're going with my aunt to Cancun, Mexico, to like an all-inclusive resort. So we're just gonna like hang out and relax. And to be honest, I'm a little stressed because I'm going to be gone for like a couple days and work is going to, God knows what's going to happen with work. But honestly, like I need this little vacation because I need to get out of my funk. And that is just like, so I'm just going to go and relax, and whatever happens, I will deal with it when I get back. Like there's nothing else I'm going to do. You know, I'm not going to kill myself with work when like I know that if I really buckle down, like I can get to where I want to be. So I just have to get back into that mindset and we'll be good. But yeah, guys, like literally after the Cancun trip, I have another trip to Hawaii in like April, like end of April, early May. So that's going to be super exciting. I'm really excited for that. And honestly, I have so many things to be grateful for. I don't know if you guys listen to Raul Alejandro. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. And he's coming to San Diego in April. And I bought me and my boyfriend tickets. I was feeling hella generous. And I got us some like nice seats. And yeah, they were kind of expensive, but not as expensive as Bad Bunny, like not even close. To be honest, guys, like if you guys bought tickets for Bad Bunny and you have good seats, you're insane. I was literally looking at how much the tickets were, and I think the tickets were like $1,200 for like decent seats. And then like the good seats were like $2,200. Like, oh my God, that's just like ridiculous. Like only the elite of the elite will be at that concert, because who in their right mind, like I would never pay for a concert like that much. Like that's insane. Like is someone going to be rubbing my feet while Bad Bunny sings? Like, I don't know. I think it's a little too much. But anyways, guys, this is like a quick little mini episode. I just kind of wanted to check in and just leave you guys with a quick little message that really, like, you guys are doing great. If you woke up today and you are breathing, you are living, and you smile today, you are doing your job. You did what you came to do. Like, I think sometimes we need to not put so much pressure on ourselves, and it's okay if you want to take the day and just sit and just take it in. and just be present in your life and not worry about what goal you have to reach or like, oh my God, what's the next thing? Or I had to do this today. Like, it's okay. If you need to just sit with yourself and just take it all in because you are doing amazing. And if you are alive and breathing, that is something to be thankful for. That is all. Anyways, guys, I also hope that you enjoyed Lexi's interview. It was one of I think that was so it was supposed to be a recorded episode. Didn't work out that way because it was so weird. The video got messed up with the audio. It was like, I don't know. Guys, I'm still learning this whole podcast thing, but hopefully the next interview will be recorded. So those of you that like to watch can watch. But anyways, guys, again, I'm so thankful for you guys. And if you are listening to this podcast and you have a story, you have something to say, please reach out to me. Please DM me. This podcast is supposed to be a platform for women to feel comfortable and to have also like a sense of community and to, know that there's other women that are like-minded, that are positive, that are going to reach their goals also listening to this podcast. So if you have, something that you'd like to share, I would love to give you that platform. So please, 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 please feel free to reach out to me. If you have questions that you want me to address on this podcast, then you can always message me. I would love to help you guys. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. I love you, and I will see you next week.